Hello YouTube, welcome back to another Alliance War video. So sadly, because I was on the game at the time when War started, it didn't give me that really nice War load up screen that I normally use, so I've got to use this one. But we matched up against TCN, and first and foremost, like, shout out to TCN, because this defense was probably the best one I've ever seen. It took a long time and a lot of discussion between the officers to get assignments that they were really happy with for us to be able to do. And this was including the fact that they left Ghost open, they banned Human Torch, Quake, and Spider 99 against us. So Corvus was open, Hercules was open, Ghost was open, and the map was just laid out so well that we just couldn't really send many of the nuke options like safely to them. So huge credit for that. Yeah, we were just flabbergasted. It was really good done. So anyway, my team, now I've finished giving them credit. My team for this war is Dr. Doom, Falcon, and Magic. Obviously activating Defiance for Falcon. And I have, I think, 7 fights this war. So first one up is this invisible woman using Falcon, and this took a little bit longer than what I actually expected it to. I don't know whether it was just me playing like extra safe and extra weird about it, I don't know, but it just took a little while longer. So there I hesitated just in case she did go invisible, but she didn't. And now I'm trying not to trigger Dex, even though it makes no difference because Falcon's Defiance. But I'm just laying into it and I'm just trying to build up my power. Originally, my thought process was, why don't I just throw special freeze at her, knock her down, and do it that way. But then I throw this special 2, it triggers the invisibility and the immunity now. So now I'm trying to wait this out. I just parry, hit her once to get rid of the miss, activate lock on, and then we go straight back in. But as you see, by this time her shield had come back up, so the timing has just got really unfortunate and really annoying. And finally we managed to break the shield down. We're about halfway through the lock on. I think this fight was like 2 minutes, but it's pretty safe, pretty steady, as you can see. Again, I hit her there, and she goes invisible again. So this time I just decided to hit her after the special quickly. And then what I can do is just use this Fury to just try and do in some damage just before her shield comes back. So you can see there it came back. And now I'm going to just drop the shield again. I'm going to lock on. And by the time this last time the shield is down, hopefully I can pretty much get to the end. There I messed up. Forgot her invisible timing. Because realistically this should have been a fight that I ended at pretty much full health, if not full. But sadly, because of that mistake, it ends up costing me a few potions. And you're going to see here, she's down to like 15%. I'm trying to bait out this special 1. And yeah, you can see this fight does take a little bit of time, but it's very, very safe. Like normally I'd suggest most people probably would send like a Mole or Nick Fury or something like that, and just absolutely KO her so quickly. But like I said, the planning for defense for them was very, very good today. And I'll be honest, before the war started, we said that it's going to be sort of one of these wars where we hope that they die a few times, because we're expecting us to die a few times just because of the defense. And right here, you're going to see an example of a fight where I should die. So we go into it here with Dr. Doom. This is a rank 4 Dr. Doom, this is pretty safe. So the game plan is to not try and trigger any buffs. So she throws a special there, so I just Dex out of it, or not even Dex, I dodge away before she comes at me to avoid triggering Dex. And all I'm trying to do is push her high up with her power. Then I will hit her with the special 1 to try and bring that back down. But for whatever reason there, I lost my invuln. Sadly, I guess I didn't block when I thought I did. She triggers the unstoppable there. So next time I go to hit, I trigger the miss there. And you see there we both had 3 bars of power. So at that point, I'm like, oh my god, please do not throw your special free as soon as this combo ends. Just hit me with all of your combo. Take a second to back away, and I'll deal with it there because you're passively stunned. So luckily, the stun timer just flicks over enough that I can get this off, get this away, and then we can sort of keep rolling through the fight. But yeah, that was a little bit too close for my liking, and now I'm just trying to do this. We're going to get to the point here of throwing another one. So we throw the special free again, and this does, I think this one does a little bit of damage because the first one did absolutely nothing really because of the 2 protections. So yeah, we just managed to trigger that there, and somewhere around here we get to throw the special 1 again, throw the special 2 as soon as she stands up, and she's dead. So really bad fight on my behalf. This was quite late before I went to bed. I said in the chat, really think I should have died there, especially if she'd have thrown the special free. I would have been in big trouble. But we're going to move up to this Sauron. We're not going to even attempt to take it with any of our fights, and we're going to just leave it as that. So the next set comes up now. We have this Thing fight here on 26. So this is the one where you don't want to be parrying much, you don't want to be blocking much. And I'm obviously going to be using Falcon for this Thing fight. One of my alliance mates had said that a previous teammate had done this where they were before, and it didn't go too well. So just to be ready for a rough fight. And then another alliance mate told me that this is an easy fight, and if I die, I'm a huge scrub that doesn't deserve to be in the alliance, basically. So very mixed reviews. So we went into this fight a little bit concerned, but also confident that I know I can do it quite easily. Just need the AI and myself to play well. So I'm going to go into it, and we're going to try and trigger a early lock on, which we managed to get there. He managed to just leave me alone for a few seconds. And realistically, sometimes if you just hit once into the block and then you kind of just hold your block for a little second, as you can see, the AI seems to just want to throw heavy attacks. So you can kind of give yourself an opening that way. And by the time the first lock-on's done, you can see there that he's already below half health. I'm playing really well. That was meant to be a dex, but I just missed it, sadly. So I didn't get that dex that I wanted. And I'm going to do a few more hits just to try and sort of make him throw a special. Now I can get another lock on. Again, these were meant to be dexes, but I didn't manage to hit them right. And the shield time is down now anyway, so if I want to parry, I can, but I just choose not to. I'm trying to get him to throw this special, but he doesn't. He throws the heavy attack instead. So I'm just like, right, okay, let's throw this special 1, see if that finishes it. Just shy. If I'd had used a skill boost or something like that, maybe it could have worked. But I didn't. It didn't, and then we just finished them off. So it's just over a minute long, and you can see there that it wasn't too bad. It's been pretty steady. And then we go into this Cersei here. So this is one of the Rich Get Richer nodes, and the one where if you parry them, you gain an armor up. So a lot of people would send an Odin in the battle group somewhere to give someone the boost for this, but I just decided to go for my own little impromptu sort of way of doing it. And for the most part, it seems to work out okay. Here she throws the special 1. And now I'm just waiting. So you can see there, I've got to the special 3. And I'm just going to throw this now. I'm still at 100% health for the moment, which is quite nice. Obviously, if we can end at a good amount of health, I won't need to heal up again for the next fight, which ideally is the case that we like. And then I'm just going to go through the kind of different doom cycle there. Throw the special 1. She's on 3%. I get up to the special 2. Throw that, and yeah, that fight was pretty nice and pretty steady. So then we can move up to this Immortal Hulk. Now, when I was doing these fights, it was 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning, I think. The cat decided to wake us up, which was really nice. Thank you very much, cat. Really appreciate you doing that. But then I just decide, okay, I'm not going to get my invul, and it is what it is. Let's just wait. These things just it just happens. Like, you kind of just have to get past it. And I'm looking at the nodes, rich get richer, and I'm thinking, I'm pretty sure Immortal Hulk doesn't get any buffs, unless he somehow dexes one of my attacks, like the Immortality, the Unblockable, or whatever. They all come at the end, so I don't think I've got anything really to worry about. So eventually I just decide, right, let's go for it. Looking at the health pool, I just keep thinking about it. And then I check, obviously, as you can see there, I check the SIG ability again. I'm just being overly cautious for no reason whatsoever. So then I backed out of it, talked myself out of it. I was like, no. And then 10 minutes later, I was like, screw it. We're on 0 deaths at the moment. I'm just going to go for it. Like, I'm going to save myself a great boost. And that's just the way this fight's going to go. So I'm going to be going in with Falcon here. Trying to lock on nice and early. There the AI went wild, went full Mysterio style, and tried to throw a heavy attack at me, which didn't really benefit them in any way. And then we're just going to be baiting out these special 1s where we can. I'm not really bothered about baiting out the special 2s. If I can get the special 1 out easy enough, then I'll do that. And throwing these special 1s where I can, just throw a little bit of extra damage while locked on. So there he throws another heavy attack, and I just decide to sit back and wait. I'm going to throw a couple of hits in. That was a nice, decent crit, actually, to say I wasn't locked on. I didn't realise at the time. So here we go. While locked on again, obviously the crits are a little bit higher now. You're going to see these just coming through in good force. I throw out special 2. Again, if I had a skill boost on, it is what it is, but I don't really see much benefit from using skill boost with Falcon for the most part. Because even the special 2 last part with a crit doesn't ever seem to really hit that hard. But here, just throwing attacks into them, letting them go immortal. I was expecting them to go unblockable, but they didn't, which was weird. Wait for the regen to come back up. Put the lock on once more. This is Falcon's final fight of the war. And finish them off. So absolutely 0 danger. Don't know why I was being like that with myself, but yeah. 0 danger, full attack bonus. Falcon absolutely breezed it. And then this fight, I was told to wait until I got some Odin pre-fights. So anyway, I'll get to this screen here. I see, right, there's a pre-fight on. I don't even check. And this is schoolboy error, like 101 central in this war for me today. I'd say I'm quite lucky that I didn't die in this war today. But yes, it's just catalogue of errors. So this fight here, I go into it, I just click on the node quick to remind myself. I see there was a pre-fight at the top, so I'm like, right, sound, yeah, we're good. What I didn't notice at the time is that there was only 1 pre-fight on there. My alliance friend didn't put all 3 Odin pre-fights on for me, which would have made this fight a lot easier. I only noticed when I got into the fight here, and I just saw 1 buff above my name. I was like, wait, what's this? Why do I only have 1? Well, this is weird. So anyway, we're like, right, okay, we just got to deal with this now. We're in the fight. There's nothing we can change about it. Let's try and get up to the special 3, bearing in mind they've got the aspect of evolution and everything else. The falter kicks in there, and as you can see, I've now got to get rid of that. So we're now flying through this. I triggered dexterity there, so now I've activated the miss, the global. So now I'm just trying to get around that as well. Here, I'm just waiting for that heavy attack to disappear, because now what I want to do is I want to throw the special 3, just to try and get some damage in, set off the sort of like rotation, if you will, and then we can try and see where this fight goes. See, the first one does about 10% damage, which is already a little. The aspect of evolution's kicked in quite strong already, and you can see they're just gaining a lot of power. They throw the special 2 there into my block, and even with Dr. Doom, the tank that he is, it still took quite a lot of health off me. So here, I throw the special 3, and again, I'm thinking, right, I've still got my Fury, I've still got everything else. This is just going to do so much damage. It's going to basically get rid of a lot of the fight for me, and it does about 14%. And then we go into this bit here. And again, he's still got so much power. I just can't seem to get this power like realistically crazily under control compared to what I would have liked. I threw the special 2 here, and it missed. For whatever reason, I triggered the global, and it missed. So now I'm like, right, okay, throw the special 1, control his power, get me back up to a special 3. Let's see how this all goes. And now I throw this, and then I end up doing this, and then he falters me again. So like, right now, okay, throw the special 1, get rid of the power again. And there's just so many times he falters and just becomes annoying. Realistically, had I had a couple more pre-fights, I should have been gaining the power through the fight and not Super Skrull, but it is what it is. These things happen. And yeah, I managed to get through it, which is good enough for me. Like, I had the indestructible on anyway. I can't remember taking any hits, so the special 3 shouldn't have done any damage to me. But yeah, these things just happen. You can see here my 6-hour boost. I had 16 minutes left when I went into my final fight of the war, which is this Mangog. So you've seen me do this Mangog a couple of times this season, but you've never seen me do it this badly. And for me, I know other people have said before about Magic not being a great counter or whatever. For me, she's probably the best counter still, and this is why. Like, what you're about to see is why. So there I got really lucky. If they waited another half a second, they would have had the special 2, and I would have been in big trouble. But they didn't. They threw the special 1, which is nice of them. And now I'm just trying to power up them. When I went into the fight, I actually remembered that I didn't turn on my half suicides this time. So I knew that the fight was going to take a little bit longer anyway, just for that reason. And so now I'm trying to power up them again because of Aspect of Evolution and stuff kicking in. I have to remember about that. So just trying to keep myself at around 2 bars of power. And it's going pretty steady here. I'm constantly floating really above 1. Don't really have anything like to worry about too much. And yeah, we managed to hit that power just before they gained any power, so we could still steal a decent amount from them. We're just going through the normal cycle, as you can see. It's going alright so far, 50%. Nothing major to worry about. Obviously, we dodged that first special 2 scare, which was nice. And here, we managed to hit another one. So like, right, okay, 50%. We've got plenty of time, like, don't worry about it. Just take our time. That's the only thing I want to do here, is just take our time. Patience is the key. We'll get through this fight really healthy and really well if we just have a bit of patience. So then I go to throw the special here, and for whatever reason the animation is messed up. And I messed up, the animation is messed up, whatever. I threw the special 2 when they were blocking. So now the rage stacks are built up again. Obviously they're gaining even more power because of Aspect of Evolution. So now I've just got to get this back again. So I managed to power up them like again. But they're on a lot higher of their rage stacks than what I'd really like. So the damage that they're going to be taking is going to be less. And everything's just kind of gone from underneath me compared to some of like the perfect fights that I've had before. So now I'm just focusing. I'm like, right, okay, just come on, don't mess this up now. This will be really embarrassing if you can somehow mess this up so badly with Magic. Especially after I'd seen someone had recently said something about stop using Magic, like Kabam need to bring him out as a 6-star, so stop using Magic so well. And my answer to this is, look, I can also play very, very badly, but luckily for me, kept my composure, kept going, and Mangog was eventually in the bin. So yeah, that was my fight, my war. We ended up just dying the once, sadly for the battle group, so we don't get the donut that we were hoping for. And then we ended the fight on ended the war even on 3 deaths. So good job to TCN. Again, their defense, I can't credit it enough. To say the options that they took out from the bans, it was such a hard war. But hopefully we carry on, a couple of wars left of the season, and then hopefully some good rewards. But thank you very much for watching. I appreciate your time, and I hope to see you in the next one.